welcome to another podcast of the current situation Manchester United. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday morning so far. It is about 9:38 in the morning, at least on my end. I just hope you guys are enjoying your Monday morning thus far. I'll just like to go on a mini rumble, just a mini rumble, just a small mini rumble like this. My couple videos, I got a comment. Again, I ain't go dwell on it long, but I have to just say it so it doesn't. I did a video and I was uploading it, and of course, it would take long because my podcast was long. And during the upload, I got a comment on that particular podcast saying, "Yeah, bro, that's a good video. I wish it was longer. And we should be YouTube friends. What's up, man? We should bump. We should be buddies. I mean, what's up? What's up? That's a good video." And some of you guys must be saying, "Why, Rowan? Why are you even attaining this or attending to this?" Because I'm one for genuine interest, and I don't like things that are full of shit. My video, as like I just said, my video was uploading, and he said that comment. My video is like 40 minutes, and he said that comment like 5 minutes afterwards. I think no way. Yeah, I think my video was finished uploading like 5 minutes ago. He commented and said, "Yo, that's a good video." Listen, bro. Listen. Look at me when I'm talking to you, sir. Do not comment on my videos. Yes, I don't have a lot of subscribers, likes, or not any likes. I'm not doing that for likes. I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it. Having likes is a byproduct. If I was doing this for likes, considering the videos that I've done previously, I wouldn't continue because I've been getting likes on those videos, which is fine. Nobody's not going to like. Not everybody's going to like me. That is fine. That is human nature. But I'm saying this to you guys: do not come on my channel and be full of shit. I don't accept that shit. Don't accept that shit. If you know deep down you haven't watched my video, but you comment in my comment section saying that that's a good video, I know it's a good video, but you didn't watch the full video to know it was a good video. So don't comment in my comment section saying that's a good shit. If you have a disagreement, comments below. Watch the full video, comments below. If you dislike the video, I would appreciate that because that's your genuine feeling, and it's not full of shit. So I'm saying to you guys, if you know deep down you haven't watched my videos, I don't know, I don't get a lot of likes or hardly any views, but that's fine. I'm doing this because I enjoy doing it. Likes, comments, shares, whatever, subscribers is a byproduct of what I love to do. You know what I mean? So I'm not, I, or should say, yeah, so I enjoy this. So don't come in the comment section and do that stupid shit. I don't tolerate that shit. If you know deep down you didn't watch my video, then don't comment on my video. Do not comment on my video. It's a good video. I know that. That's why I'm doing it. But do not do not comment my comment section by saying it's a good video when you know deep down you happen to watch at least 50 or 60% of my videos. I don't like disingenuous behavior. If you haven't watched my video, then don't comment below. Don't like it one bit. And about this YouTube friendship, this is how disingenuous friendship go awry because people have to understand that people always have an agenda and always have a manipulative thing for those they deem to be naive. I'm not. I'm the closest thing from naive. I know how friendship roll. Do you know what I mean? So if you think this guy is wet behind you or naive and oblivious, you're barking up the wrong tree, bro. This is not the channel for your dumb shit. Sorry to go on a 5 minute rant. Let's go back to football, right? So welcome to the current state of Manchester United. Speaking of Manchester United players are back in training. Um, it's about the Premier League. I was checking Google, and the Premier League is bound to start back on the 26th of next month, which would be June. So you could pretty much say in a month's time, 1 day advance. Um, yeah, and that would be very interesting. Now, speaking of the Premier League, a player from Bournemouth has been tested positive with the coronavirus. My thing is, dude, my thing is just give Liverpool the Premier League, call it a day, go have a couple drinks at the bar, and just, because the Premier League is it's going to, I think my computer is twitching. Um, yeah, so I think Liverpool is going to win the Premier League. They deserve it. So give them the title and just work on transfers, work on the ins and outs and the outs and ins in the club, upstairs and downstairs on the field and off the field. As it relates to Manchester United, I have a couple notes here, as you could see. That's what I'm looking on my left ear, right? And yesterday, Manchester United, 3 years ago, won the EuroLeague against a very young Ajax side, very young Ajax side, and without getting lengthy, it was a very good final. Goals from Paul Pogba and Henrik Mkhitaryan. Um, yeah, I think that would catapult Manchester United supporters into believing that this might be the year where we start kicking things off with trophies. You know what I mean? With the EuroLeague, with the Capital One Cup, with the Community Shield. As one said on Twitter, that it was a B-Tech treble. B-Tech treble or a piss poor version of a treble. You could say it was the Chinese version of a treble. But trophies and silverware always count, bro. It always give a player confidence. Um, so I was watching this video on not on YouTube, on Twitter, and it showed Mourinho and Paul Pogba at the end just hugging each other, consulting each other. Not that they lost a family loved one. I don't know if they did, but I don't think that was the main reason. But they were just happy because they won the EuroLeague, and it really looked like they were going to have a good relationship and a partnership in crime, Paul Pogba and Jose Mourinho. But egos, bro, egos can really be detrimental to one's relationship, and that is a prime example. Um, another thing, yesterday, another thing, Manchester United won the FA Cup yesterday, 4 years ago, against Crystal Palace at Wembley. I was watching the extra time on YouTube, on Manchester United's YouTube channel. They were rebroadcasting the final, and for people saying, LVG should come back at Manchester United, LVG should have had more time. That was a dull game, bro. I mean, that's dull. That's duller than watching paint dry on a wall on a Sunday afternoon. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Louis Van Gaal, we appreciate that he was all about youth. He's been like that ever since at Ajax in the 90s, but his football was just dull as it just wasn't working. Um, so that was a good watch with Jesse Lingard's goal at the end, just celebrating. And speaking of the final, that FA Cup final, Chris Smalling got a yellow card, right? And I think Wilfred Zaha or another attacker beat him, and he was pulling, and he beat Chris Smalling, and Chris Smalling was pulling his foot. I'm like, dude, what kind of retaliation is that? What kind of reaction is that? I mean, take a beating and stay on your foot or so. I don't see why people want Chris Smalling or Mike Smalling, as LVG would say, to say at Manchester United. That doesn't even make any sense to me. The next thing, Odion Ighalo. I knew this would come around at some point. Odion Ighalo is set to go back to I don't know the name of the club because I'm not Chinese, but he's on the verge of going back to his former club where he's generally from. Um, by the end of I think this month or something or next week. My thing is that my thoughts. I think he'll go back. Um, you know, he has a contract there. He's just a tenant. He's just a tenant that was at Manchester United, being loaned to Manchester United, and his pimp, which is his present club, is calling him back. Yeah. Um, all I would say, I think he's going to leave, but again, I could be wrong. So in this video, I just want to say, Odion Ighalo, it's been a split. You have been a very good half a season signing, if that makes sense. With the crucial goals, players that he brought into play, he really knew how to hold the ball up like a proper centre forward, like a proper number nine. When David De Gea played that ball into your feet, man, against Manchester City in the second half, my head was wet. Like I had mental orgasms. I watched that excerpt like probably 20 times in a row. The touch and this whole man to play in Fred. I mean, you will really be missed, bro. I mean, we know that you're a Manchester United fan, blood by blood, crook by crook, but life goes on, and I just wish the best for you. I guess I'm kind of getting choked up because I can't speak English clearly at this point, but I ain't getting emotional because he didn't stay for a long time, but we see you, Ighalo. You were a really very good player. I mean, your goal against Lask. Um. So yeah, I think Ighalo will go back to his club next week. Again, I hope I could be proven wrong, but if he goes back, he can't say I didn't tell him a goodbye. Um. So yeah, anything else? Oh yes, let's talk about a certain player that had the world at his feet, then he just crumbled like cornbread, like a cornbread not made properly. Mario Gotze. Mario Gotze was a very promising player in 2011. I think he won a Golden Boy in 2011 or 2012. I think it's 2012. Yeah, 2012. And he was looking like a prospect player to, you know, lead Germany's line. Mario Gotze by position, I think he's a centre forward or an attacking midfielder or a midfielder for that matter. Um, I mean, anybody that played FIFA 14, I still play FIFA 14 because that's the only FIFA I can afford at this point. I ain't got no shame in my game, you know what I mean? I just own up to it, I live up to it. Yeah, Mario Gotze on FIFA 14 was like a beast, bro. Like 96 average. Man, free kicks, long range. Man, he was just a very good player, especially when he was maxed out and being trained. That was a very good player, bro. I mean, he was just. Actually, I had him at Arsenal. Uh, I'm at Chelsea now, by the way. I'm FIFA 14. But he's at Arsenal, and he was very good. I had him with at Arsene because Arsene Wenger does play for Arsenal. I never. I had him with Aubameyang and Lacazette. But not to go on a long digression, but I just sort of just put that in there. Yeah, but Mario Götze is in all seriousness is set to leave Borussia Dortmund at the end of the season, which I found very unfortunate because this player had the world at his feet. He was a very good player at Dortmund. Um, Again, I guess I'm just going into sad stories this morning with Ighalo leaving and now Mario Gotze leaving. Um, I wonder who's next. Uh, so yeah, man, Mario Gotze was a very good player for Dortmund. Had a very good relationship with Marco Reus, I should say, and things didn't turn out. This is where Mario Gotze lost his feet in football. He scored the winning goal for Germany in the World Cup final. I think that was the highlight of his career. Then just went to Kapoo, went straight into the toilet, and went into the pit seat. Um, then he moved to Bayern Munich with Pep Guardiola, which played more to position. I mean, he had decent games, but Mario Götze was just like a fish out of the water when he was at Bayern Munich. He just didn't fit in. He just didn't fit in the system. He just didn't fit in with the style play. He just didn't. He wasn't compatible with how Bayern Munich was playing under Pep Guardiola at the time. So it's quite unfortunate that Mario Götze didn't live up to his billing, his potential. I think he has a disease at this point in time, which has allowed him to, as I would see comments on Twitter saying that he's more tired easily, like he's more tired easily. Another thing, like he's gaining fat. I think is a thyroid thing or a metabolic thing. But I'm no scientist or no doctor, but yeah, I just find it very unfortunate for Mario Götze just to take that downturn. He was very promising, and I just don't like see players like that. The ones, players that I actually like, that just went to the toilet. It really, it really sad, bro. When you see a young player at a young time, he had a lot of passion, a lot of drive, determination, guile, enthusiasm for the game, and then probably, probably like when he's 27, 28, he just lost passion of the game. Probably like he was depressed. You know, football doesn't give him mental orgasms like he used to. He's not he's not turned on by football anymore. He just lost his way. So I just thought I put that in here. But speaking on that matter, I just want to touch on speaking of going into the shitter. I want to speak on Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo da Lima. This video is going to be about 36 or 35 minutes. Um, I'm not going to go club by club. I'm just going to speak on his style of play, how he was as a player, and the way how he revolutionized the position, as Thierry Henry would say. Ronaldo da Lima was a very good striker. I think most of us know that, but in the 90s, bro, when it came on to world class strikers like George Weah, Gabriel Batistuta, um, what's his name again from Juventus? Uh, he's Juventus all-time top scorer. I can't remember his name at this point. Not Trezeguet, but Trezeguet was good in Serie A. But the point is, Ronaldo in the 90s, bro. Ronaldo was as good as 90s rap music. He was. Listen, man. Listen. Ronaldo was the world-class striker that was the complete package. He could dribble, he could shoot, he could pass, he had technical abilities to him. He had ball control for days. I mean, I guess it was his bad ways because he would just not make players. He would just beat goalkeepers and just shoot and go score. He just had everything about him. And he went to the 1998 World Cup, and he was actually the best player in the world at the time. I think he was like 21 years of age, and he was considered the best player at the time. That is how. when you consider he had players like Rivaldo, Zidane, uh, Ed Davids, or Davids, I don't remember which one. He had a lot of world class players at the time. Thierry Henry was coming into his own. Um, a lot of great players, but Ronaldo at the age of 21 was the best player at the time for Brazil and for his club. Now, when he was at Barcelona, bro, when he was at other clubs prior to Barcelona, this Brazilian coach was saying that this guy is going to be the best striker in the world at some point, and he's going to play for the 1998 World Cup. Of course, Ronaldo got the call up, he got the green light to go to the 1994 World Cup, I think, or 1995 or 1992. I don't remember. I think it's 94 World Cup in Italy or US. Ronaldo was called, but Mario Gotze, who was the Brazilian coach at the time, didn't play him. But he wanted him to experience the energy, the atmosphere of what it was like to be called up in a world class Brazilian side. When you had players like Romario, you had players like I think Dida uh, was there as well. A lot of great players. You had Leandrino, I should say. You had Dunga. You had a lot of players, and he wanted, and of course Brazil won the tournament. So I guess he had a lucky charm. He had a goal made up because he won. Well, he didn't play, but he his time won the World Cup. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that atmosphere gave me experience to go into 1998 with that experience. Hey, this is what I'm supposed to do to score goals and so forth. And he would play it off right from there. And of course, he scored 3 goals in I think it's four. Wait, yeah, 4 goals in his first debut World Cup for Brazil, and then prior to the finals, and this is where Ronaldo. Speaking of Mario Gotze going into the toilet, this is where Ronaldo Dalima first strike. Uh, Not first strike, but this is where things. This is where Ronaldo's health came into question. He was struck with I think it was a fit. He was shaking like if you're electrocuted. He was like, yeah. So he was fidgeting. He was foaming all over the mouth, like spit in his mouth. And Roberto Carlos called the room something like that, just to attend to him. And you know, Ronaldo and Brazil was to play against France in the final that afternoon. And for that to just happen like that, bro, I just find it. See, I'm no conspiracy theorist, but there was some conspiracy theories that allowed Ronaldo to play in that final. There are conspiracy theories that said that if Ronaldo was the best player at the world in the world at the time. So of course he had sponsors, and his sponsors was saying if you don't play, we're going to cut you off cold turkey. They're going to cut you off, and you won't get any money from us, which would lead you to be more of a marketable player. So you have to play for that final. Two, his girlfriend dumped him after he lost the World Cup final, which I found to be bullshit because if she really loved him, that wouldn't have happened. But it's a different story. This is not a love channel. Three, I can't remember at this point, but yeah, those two stuff. But yeah, Brazil lost the final, unfortunate to say, by Zidane's two headers. That's that's some that's poor English, bro. I need to get me back in high school and work on my English. That's some poor English right there. Zidane headed 2 goals, uh, 2 goals from a corner, and Brazil was left in the mud. But back to Ronaldo and back to club football after the final. He suffered a knee ligament tear, And this is where I'm going to, again, this is my opinion, and this is a strong asserted opinion of mine. I believe that Ronaldo didn't have the body, and I say this emphatically. I believe Ronaldo didn't have the body to be the player that he was. Meaning that I don't think, like, there are two, I think I mentioned this in one of my earlier videos. There are three types of body types. Jesus, my English. Sorry for my English, bro. Sorry for my English. Coronavirus really did me bad with my English. Just see with a brother. So you have three body types: ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph. Let me repeat: ectomorph, mesomorph, endomorph. Without getting lengthy, an ectomorph is like a skinny guy that has a fast metabolism. He's like the guy in high school where you would say, why is this guy so skinny when he's like eating all the junk food and he's eating like French fries, chocolate, cheese, fried chicken, cheddar, biscuits. I mean, and he still has a six pack. I don't even understand how he's still that Morgan skinny. That's an ectomorph. The downside of an ectomorph is that he'll find it hard. I guess it's a good thing in most sides, but the ectomorph finds it very difficult to gain fat and more specifically muscle and weight. So you see like about twice the amount of food he's eating, which is quite a lot. So, to just gain muscle and fat. The mesomorph is the best of both worlds. Somehow because this is a muscular dude, he's very athletic, he has a lot of muscle to him. Speaking of Brazil, uh I would say Rivaldo is ectomorph. Rivaldo is ectomorph. Since I'm speaking about Brazil, I would say Rivaldo is ectomorphic. I would say okay, let me just explain the first three. So Mesomorph is very athletic. He can gain muscle easily, which is a good thing. But the downside is that muscle is weight, and that he can gain weight easily. So if he overeats, then he'll gain weight. He'll gain fat. But the good thing is that he can build muscle easily. He has a decent, he has a relatively fast metabolism, which is very good. Um, and the endomorph, which is the most despicable of the three. An endomorph is a guy. An endomorph is a guy that can gain fat very easily. Even if he like does a workout, does cardio, he moves a lot, and he eats like the subtle of junk food, he's going to gain fat. His metabolism is just that slow. And the good thing about it is that he can gain fat easily, which is he can gain muscle easily. For instance, I would say the strongest man in the world right now is an endomorph, and he's from Iceland. I cannot pronounce his name at this point, but he's a very big guy. I would say he's an endomorph, but he's kind of in shape right now. So for an endomorph to lose weight, bro, he has to really take drastic measures to his diet. He has to eat clean foods. Going back to Brazil, I would say Roberto Carlos is an endomorph. He's not really fat, but he's kind of chunky. He's kind of chunky. He can build. He has a lot of muscle. Like I would say, speaking of mesomorph and endomorph, I would say Roberto Carlos has a good degree of mesomorphic genetics to him and endomorphic genetics to him. So going back to Ronaldo not having the body that of the player that he became, at least in the early to late 90s, Ronaldo could beat players for pace for days. But I believe Ronaldo was an endomorph, meaning that he could gain fat easily, and that showed in the early 90s, in the early 2000s, that Ronaldo could gain fat easily. Because you have to understand that not all endomorphs were born fat. They have they are born to be fat, but they are not born fat. Do you know what I mean? So for example, if you're a guy that can, lose fat quite easily, you're like a mesomorph and an ectomorph. But if you have trouble losing fat, then you're an endomorph. You know you are. And I would say Ronaldo just didn't, and that would add to why he had a lot of injuries because he did Ronaldo did all this movement. He would just be players with the 360 move, with the body feint and all those kind of stuff, and he just didn't have the body to cope with those kind of movements. And that would with those movements that really mash up his ligaments. So I'm saying Ronaldo, he just didn't have the body for it. He just, and probably this is not the best it's the best example, but it's not the best explanation I can give. But that's just a strong opinionated statement. Again, I want you guys to leave your comments below in the comment section of what you believe. Believe Ronaldo. I don't believe Ronaldo had the body to cope with all those kind of. If he was a mectomorph and definitely a mesomorph, definitely. I don't think he would have none of those injuries. But since he was an endomorph, at least in my opinion, I think it was very detrimental, and that led to him having a lot of injuries. Ronaldo, ever since he had that injury against Lazio in 1999, he was never the same player again. Never the same player again. He lost his explosiveness. He lost his pace. His yard pace. He lost his what you would call it again? Shit, it's kind of, yeah. He just lost that awareness. Not in front of goal. That's definitely a lot. I mean, he lost physical prowess to him, but in terms of technical prowess, in terms of finishing, definitely not. But in terms of dribbling, yeah, he lost. I mean, to use FIFA terms, you could say that, for example, if his dribbling was like 95, you could say after his injuries, or at least the starting of his injuries, after that first domino effect, you could say his dribbling went to 93, 90, 89, so forth. So, yeah, Ronaldo just didn't have it, but his finishing was always there. He had a natural striker's instinct to his game, and that, it stayed the same to his game. But I mean, in terms of his physical and technical ability, in terms of dribbling and ball control, that diminished significantly. Because again, bro, whenever you have ligaments and knee injuries, best believe you're not going to be on top of your game as you was before. Dude, Garincha, Garincha. Speaking of Brazil, and this might be a Brazilian video. Oh, this might be over 40 minutes. Garrincha was a very good player in the 1950s and in early 1960s for Brazil. Speaking of Brazil, but when Garrincha had a foot problem, his legs was banty looking. Like, I don't think you guys are, like, there's this food deficient disease known as beriberi, where your legs, I think it's a deficient in vitamin D or vitamin C. Yeah, I think it's vitamin C. Vitamin C, where the legs would be banty looking like. And Garrincha had those, so like his legs would look like this, you know, you know, like his legs would look like this. Like these two are his legs. It's not straight like this, but this is not. This is straight, but his legs would look like this. The good side was that he was beating players for this because his banty legs was confusing players. Like it looked like entangled noodles. I mean, how is this player beating me with those kind of entangled legs? Um, but yeah, bro, when his off pitch antics, caught up with him, having affairs with a Brazilian sweetheart, had a lot of children, was drunk all the time, was drinking all the time. His football life just diminished significant, and it's a Brazilian thing, but it's not a Brazilian admonishment video. I just wanted to say Garrincha suffered the same stuff because again he's not a natural athlete, but the things he was doing as an athlete on the pitch, he just didn't have the body and the build up to do it. And that's why he left football at a young early age. And like doctors were giving him injections in his legs and shit. I'm like, dude, that's like finishing. That's like a person Mortal Kombat. That is just like And you see finish him and just knock him out. When he was given those injections in, he was finished as a player. It terms like explosiveness, pace, dribbling, football awareness. He was just finished. He was just finished. He was just finished. At least in a football professional, he was just finished. He was just finished. He was shit. Going back to Ronaldo, bro. See, I don't want to get emotional on this video, bro, but it's just sad when a player that uh, I don't want to get teary, but yeah, when Ronaldo was suffering from a lot of injuries, bro, and leading up to 2002, a lot of persons were down him like, why is this dude even picked for Brazil? He's just crap. He has a lot of injuries to him. He's gaining weight slowly, and why is he even in the Brazilian squad for the 2002 World Cup? He's just a fat fuck. Um, Actually, he wasn't that fat. Let me just clarify that. That's a fact. Um, but yeah, bro, he proved out a person's wrong. I mean, his legs were on the floor. He was just almost finished as a player, but uh he was empowered to reach very high as he could as a player. Of course, he wasn't as fast, but his finishing improved very significantly, and he became a world class striker. He was already a world class striker, but he resumed his world class striker status at Real Madrid, which would lead to his move to Real Madrid after the 2002 World Cup. And he was banging goals for fun, but he just was not the same prowess player of pace. Uh, he just wasn't the same striker. And I'm saying, bro, Ronaldo. A lot of persons criticize Ronaldo for getting fat, having off field antics like having parties. I mean, that's just the typical proverbial uh Brazilian lifestyle. I mean, look at Ronaldinho, bro. I don't want to admonish Brazilian players because I actually like Brazil aside from the beaches. But I'm saying, dude, Ronaldo is one of the best strikers to ever grace football. The 90s Ronaldo would start in any football side on the planet. End of. End of. Even Tony Pulis at Stoke would start Ronaldo. And Tony Pulis don't even play that style of football. Even what's his name? Daesh at Burnley would start Ronaldo. Even if he doesn't play that style of football. Please. Come on, dude. Come on. Wake up. Ronaldo was like one of the downside to Ronaldo is that he thought he made it. And that's a lot of things about Brazilian players. A lot of things about that's like you have to understand that most of these Brazilian players came from poor homes, poverty, and the only thing they could turn to was football, and football took them out of poverty. And when they got a lot of money, they were like, "Okay, bro, I'm on top of the pinnacle. I'm on top of the mountain right now. I can just, I can live here. I can relax here." And this is why Kaka wasn't all about that because Kaka was a nice, good guy. That's why Ronaldo, Pato, Ronaldinho, or Robinho, a lot of players had a lifestyle off the pitch that was detrimental on the pitch. It affected their performance on the pitch. Because they were like, okay, I have a lot of money, I have a lot of status, I can bill and chill, I don't have to play football at the top of my, you know, and that's why a lot of Brazilians are calling to question about their legendary status in football because Brazilians have a tendency, again, this is not a football management video for Brazilians, but I'm just putting it out there. This is why a lot of Brazilian players are are called out Ronaldo, Dalima had his strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, it seemed that like he loved food, because a lot of person were saying, "Oh, well, the reason why Ronaldo is fat is because he has this thyroid disease." Dude, that disease came about like in 2010. Ronaldo started getting fat in 2001 or 2002. That is no excuse to use. So dismiss me that this excuse that, oh, the reason why he's fat is because he had a man. Come on, dude, don't even start me that, dude. That's just beyond belief. Ronaldo love food. I mean, I love food too. I love food, and Ronaldo didn't seem like Ronaldo didn't like training, because he thought he was that good of a player, which he was at least in the late 90s. But in the mid 2000s, bro, he lost a touch, bro. That's why we're sold for Ruud van Nistelrooy, bro. You know what I mean? So Ronaldo, bro, I'm coming to my 41st minute mark. Okay, I should have to wrap up. If Ronaldo had the determination of Cristiano Ronaldo, Ronaldo would be like considered one of the best players to ever grace football. The reason why Ronaldo is considered one of the best strikers to ever grace a football pitch is because of what he did in the 90s. If that part of Ronaldo's part of his football career was like extracted, not extracted, like retracted, Ronaldo would not be considered one of the best strikers to play in football. Period. I guarantee. I guarantee. I'm not even one for guarantees, but I guarantee that if Ronaldo's time from when he was at a club in Cruzeiro, leading up all the way to Inter Milan, if he took off all those kind of, I don't think Ronaldo would see the light of day in terms of legendary status as a world class striker. Quote me on that. Quote me on that. Quote me on that. But again, this is not an admonishment video, bro. But I'm just saying, if Ronaldo really had the determination of Cristiano Ronaldo, he would have a way better career. Look after his body properly. I mean, a lot of persons were just calling him fat. I mean, you don't think that would have a detrimental thing, if especially if you're kind of sensitive to how you look in the mirror? Do you think you will be performing on a world class level? Come on, dude. Like seriously, Ronaldo is one of the, if not the best striker to ever grace the world class the center forward position. He just was a different breed. I mean, you could say that he was like Arsene Wenger when in comparison to English football. Like a lot of managers would say Arsene Wenger revolutionized English football, which I believe is true. And people are saying Pep Guardiola revolutionized football. Yeah, right. Um. So yeah, bro, that's just my long segue take on Ronaldo. But Ronaldo is one of the best strikers to grace football. There are times I just look at him and just say, "Boy, if you try, just try. If you were just determined enough, your career would have been longer. People would be singing your name on the streets. But you were all about that party lifestyle and Main Street. Football, I mean, food caught up with you. You just couldn't resist. But football, you are always a world class striker in our eyes, Ronaldo. Always a world class striker in our eyes. Enjoy the rest of your Monday morning and afternoon. I'll show you in the next podcast. Peace.